So we are here. This is Bitcoin. Bitcoin has finally hit the record, all-time high 80,000 just today. 80,000 today, Sunday, the 10th of November. Bitcoin has recorded an all-time high. Hey, all right, the bull run has begun. All right, you're welcome to the Pipsoclock weekly market analysis. And in this analysis for this week, for November 11th all the way to November 15th, we are really in for something real exciting and interesting. As you can see on the screen, the Bitcoin has recorded an all-time high, 80,000. And this is an indication of, yes, the crypto market is really swelling up, smiling, ear to ear, still celebrating the victory of Donald J. Trump in the US presidential elections in the past week. So the crypto market really reacted to it in such a way, a very interesting way that anybody who has been monitoring the elections prior to the pre-election activities would have really positioned themselves very well, because either way the crypto market was still going to go bullish, because eventually, even if Kamala Harris had won, it may just be a minor retracement, but then the bull run is something I believe that was bound to happen. So as we prepare for bull run 2025, you want to really position yourself and start looking for those cheap altcoins, meme coins, and get involved with them. So in today's analysis, we may not really be analyzing any crypto, but just take what you see on your screen as a wake-up call to start searching out for the small gem coins, the meme coins, the altcoins, those ones that you can actually buy cheap, dead cheap, and allow them grow. All right. So then let's head on to gold. So that's it for crypto and Bitcoin. So go for gold. And gold in the past week, if you listen to the analysis on the news preview, you notice that gold in the past week, let me switch it to the monthly so that we'll be able to see what has happened. In the past week, gold appeared to have recovered almost 50% of what it lost rather almost 50% of what it gained in the past 1 month. Let me quickly show you. Let's just put it from here to here so you see what I mean. So look at it. If we go by this, see where gold is at. It's more than 50%. It's more than 50%. Look at it. See where gold is at. It's more than 50% of what it gained in the past month. But then let's focus on the weekly chart. All right. So, and on the weekly chart, recall that we spotted this shooting star the other time, the last week, and we weren't really very certain what he was going to do, but of course, you knew shooting star would actually want to shoot price down. So also adding to the outcome of the US elections, you saw gold shedding weight. Now the question is, will it continue dropping this week, and how low can it go? That we could just try to see if we can place a mark or just draw a line somewhere here and see whether we can actually get anything out of that. Okay, so if we want to look at this trend line, so you want to watch gold, see whether it could break that trend line in this coming week. Let's see. Let's see. So we'll just come back and check it in upper week. But you want to really look at this and see if gold will be able to break that. But having said that, we want to now see how we can trade this week. So you can see that it's a bearish reversal already, and we may want to see if gold can record a new low. Okay, if you can record a new low, obviously then we are, of course, even if it's recording a new low, will it be able to break and sustain this support here? So that's the big question, because we've done a connection of 1, 2, 3 lows here, and so that's on the weekly time frame. So the big question is, if it's able to pierce through that, yes, it could, but can it break it and sustain it, or will it be a false breakout? You want to watch out for that. So quickly, let's go over to the 4-hour chart and see what we can make of what's there. Okay, we cannot actually adjust this in any case, but let's just play the game like that. So what we're going to do right now is we will run a Fibonacci analysis on this same chart, and then we'll go over to see whether we can find some key levels. So let's quickly look at based on the rise from here, and all the way to the highest it has recorded in history. So gold already is trading below the 50% retracement of that rise from 2,602 all the way to 2,790. Okay, so from where it's trading right now, it found support at 2646. It found support there, and on 4 hours, of course, that's the hammer there, and you see the push up. Okay, so right now, a rejection around that same 50%, try to push it back down. And what we are now waiting for is, will 38.2 retracement sustain, or rather, will it reject the further fall, or will it push price back up? Now remember, on the weekly time frame, we have this trend line we just manually drew here now. Okay, so will this, with the momentum, does it have enough momentum, I mean the BS, to push it below 2646? Does it have that momentum? Does it have the momentum to force it down to 2600? We'll watch to see. However, if we will be picking opportunities, we may just want to watch out for, okay, I haven't done a floor pivot point analysis for this, but what I will recommend still is, let's watch out for a probable um, reversal pattern around here. So we'll be looking out for any bullish reversal pattern or rejection around this place, 2674 all the way to 26. Let me just draw this so that we can know what we'll be looking out for. So even at this, if we go with this, it's already trading outside of the zone. But let's look at, I'm only trying to find the support there, and I'm going to work with what I have here, from here to here. So we'll work with this. Okay, so if price should manage to get to this point at 2655, okay, and you'll be looking out for bullish reversal patterns around here, okay, because it's still within the zone to buy. So you want to pull the trigger to buy, but don't hold it for long. Okay, don't hold it for long. Your stop loss should still be below 2602. Call it at 2600. 2600, put the stop loss there. And of course, you want to work with price rising to 50%. You can take your first profit, and if it manages to get to 2718, you take the second profit. And of course, by then you would have moved your stop loss to cover whatever negatives that are there. I think that's the much I can give you on gold from this end. All right, so we want to head on to GBPUSD. Before we get that, let's switch to the weekly time frame and see how GBPUSD was dealt with. Was it really dealt with in the past week? Not quite, not quite. Though it opened with a weekend gap, that could have seen it keep rising, but the outcome of the elections really prevented that and made whatever gap that was created for the weekend and the past weekend to seem like a fluke. If you look at that, you see. So the election outcome actually made this gap to seem like a fluke. So then, what should we expect? The market is still directionless. Seriously, yes, GBPUSD is still directionless. So the much you can do here. Let's see whether we can find. Let's see. Okay, we have this. Seriously, this market is still trendless. It's still trendless. It's still directionless. It's still directionless. So you may want to work with trade the range and find breakout points to trade. That's the much I can give you here. Okay, let me just see whether, but this I can't impose it. We don't impose anything on this. We won't impose anything on it. We won't impose anything on it. So just operate within this range. Where you find opportunity, you enter, but do not target beyond 50 pips for your profit. All right, and also use tight stop loss. That's the least much I can give you there. So we want to quickly check Euro USD, and we still want to go to the weekly and see whether Euro USD can present something different from the GU. For Euro USD, I think it's clearer there. In the short term, on the weekly time frame, you have a bearish engulfing pattern for Euro USD. And of course, Euro USD, if you look at the past week, its own gap is opposite of what you had with, okay, it's the same gap, it's the same upper gap, it's the same upper gap, same upper gap. All right, and of course, the outcome of the elections actually covered that gap and made it look like a fluke. All right, so but for Euro USD, I think that I can see something that looks tradable. Okay, if we work with what we've got here, I think at this point, I really just want to run everything from here. So let's look at the fall from up there to here. Okay, so what we have got here, the market already. So what we have here now, so we might be looking out for price retracement to 50% here at 1.08095. Yeah, we'll look out for price retracement to this point, because that's really, because after all of this range and then eventually pulled this, so we want to look out for price retracement to 1.08095. And as you do that, you want to ensure that you use, in fact use tight stop on this, and who knows, euro likely to still find its way further down. And where can we find it? Let's adjust this a bit and see. Okay, you may want to see euro heading down to 1.0529. Yeah, and of course GU may also follow suit, because that's one interesting thing about these two instruments. Yes, at some point, or in some occasions, they may be at variance with each other, but ultimately they eventually try to align and work in the same direction. So whatever happens to euro, you just be careful with GU, it may follow suit. So I'm expecting that euro USD will pull back. All right, it will pull back maybe to 50% at 1.08095. I'm looking at selling around this point, and of course we will see euro USD perhaps try to touch down at 1.05249. And I think that's the much we can give you this week. You want to join us on our Telegram channel for updates this coming week, and also be a part of the weekly webinar for this Thursday, and let's explore the markets together and learn together. All right, from all of us here at Pipsoclock.com, we want to wish you a very profitable trading week. You want to have very, very, very green pips week. Thank you, and God bless you. Bye.